I mean, unless you want to. Today's game features the visitors from Florence, Post 1, taking on our P-15s. While you aren't enjoying today's baseball game, remember the American Legion promotes good sporting behavior by our student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We requested your cooperation by supporting the P-15s, our visitors, and the officials in a positive manner. Fans, for your enjoyment, concessions are available in the courtyard behind the third baseline stands. There you can surely find a favorite ballpark snack or refreshment. Please keep in mind, Riley Park is a tobacco-free facility. No smoking, dipping, vaping, or use of tobacco is permitted on the grounds per City of Sumter statute. Let's meet the starters for today's American Legion baseball game. First, our visitors from Florence, Post 1. Starting with number 5, playing second base, Jaden Atkinson. Number 1, playing third base, Gabe McLaughlin. Number 3, playing shortstop, Avery Weaver. Number 21, playing catcher, Newt Henson. Number 22, playing first base, Harrison Haynes. Number 24, right field, Bryce Oliver. Number 2, left field, Brandon Anderson. Number 6, designated hitter, Cody Barr. Number 20, playing center field, Jamarcus Williams. And for the pitcher, number 4, Tristan Heckman. With their substitutes, number 8, Derek Austin. Number 10, Webb Barnes. Number 12, Hank Grider. Number 14, Mason Witherford. Number 23, Gavin Holt. Number 18, Colin McGee. Number 7, Bryce King. Number 11, Chase Price. Number 16, Bennett Casey. Number 13, B.W. Berry. And for the head coach, Derek Yorhart. With the assistant coaches of Rhodes Dickerson, Daniel Twitty, Zay Paul, and Robbie Jordan. Now for the Sumter P-15s. Number 5 playing right field, BJ Balls. Number 11 playing left field, Corey Bailey. Number 1 playing catcher, Gavin Rivers. Number 8 designated hitter, Mac McDaniel. Number 10 playing first base, Connor Carter. Number 3 playing second base, Larry Johnson. Number 6 playing third base, Cade Mooneyham. Number 4 playing shortstop, Justin Pendergrass. Number 9 playing center field, Bodie Bowden. And number 17 as pitcher, Wyatt Monahan. For their substitutes, they have number 2, Marin Davis. Number 7, Joseph Chapman. Number 12, Brode Stanfield. Number 13, Burton Puck. Number 14, Zy Dennis. Number 15, Matt McKinnon. Number 16, Hudson Harris. Number 18, Easton Donellan. Number 20, Owen Barkley. Number 21, Benson Elmore. And number 23, Heath Jordan. Followed by their head coach, T. DuBois, with his assistants, Clayton Goff, Landon Delavan, and Robbie Mooneyham. The umpire for today is going to be Chris Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we kindly request you to please rise for our opening ceremonies. Leading our prayer today is Sean Custer.
Please remove cover. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to gather today and play the game we love. We ask for your protection over every player, coach, and umpire on the field. Please keep our bodies strong, our minds sharp, and our hearts steady. Help us to compete with integrity, to respect our opponents, and to be the source of encouragement to our teammates. No matter the outcome, let our words and actions honor you. Give us the grace to celebrate our success with the humility to handle our failures with resilience. Amen.
And delivering the Sportsman Code is going to be presented by Cody Thibodeau. Please remain standing for our national anthem as we honor America and those men and women who bravely protect it. As a reminder for veterans in attendance, It is optional to remain covered and render a hand salute during the playing of the national anthem in lieu of removing your cap. The national anthem is being sung by Anthem Lights.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Let's play ball.
Remains in League One. The P-15s moved to League Two with a lot of the Midlands teams like Lexington Post 7, Richland 215, and several other schools in that area. West Columbia Post 79. So those are the teams that the P-15s are playing with this season. And last year, Florence Post 1, they were a very competitive ball club. The P-15s went 1-2 against them. They only had one win, and that was with Corey Bailey on the mound. So Florence Post 1 is a very tough team. And that brings us to our keys to the game, brought to you by Green Insurance and Tax Service, where the starting lineup always features winning coverage for your home, auto, RV, and motorcycle insurance. So tonight's keys to the game, talked to Coach DeBose a couple hours ago. He said making sure they get a lot of runs on the board. They feel like that Florence Post 1 is a very hot-hitting team, and they are. A lot of players committed to the colleges and several other schools across our state, and I'll get to those here in a moment. He also said he'd love to see a lot of his players, get in deep counts. Some of the P-15 players are kind of coming out swinging in the box early. Coach DeBose talked about how he would like for them to take the ball in and watch it very closely. And that brings us to our starting lineups tonight for Florence Post 1 is Jaden Atkinson, second baseman, leading off. Gabe McLaughlin, the third baseman. Avery Weaver, the shortstop. Newt Henson, the catcher. Carson Haynes, the first baseman. Bryce Oliver in right field. Brandon Anderson in left field. Cody Barr, DH. And Jamarcus Williams in center field. Starting lineup for your P-15s tonight in right field will be B.J. Balls, Corey Bailey in left, Gavin Rivers behind the plate, Mac McDaniel, the DH, Connor Carter, the first baseman, Larry Johnson, the second baseman, Connor Moonaham at third base, Justin Pendergrass at shortstop, and Bodie Bowden at center field. And on the mound tonight, warming up as we speak, is Wyatt Monahan, big lefty for your P-15s. So he's getting his warm-up tosses out there. We've seen Monahan in several games this season. I think his last outing, he had about 8 or 7 Ks. Had a really solid outing on the mound. So, love to see that same performance tonight against a tough Florence Post 1 squad. And a lot of their players, just looking at their roster I have in front of me, are from committed to Erskine, Coker, Florence Darlington, Southern Wesleyan, USC Lancaster, Anderson, Francis Marion, Coker, Morris. So just a lot of players committed to colleges or have already played college. The reason why we are delayed tonight is umpires kind of took their time getting to Riley Park. And Monahan is done with his warm-up pitches, and we're ready to go. As Jaden Atkinson, the second baseman, steps in. A lefty-lefty matchup here. Monahan winds the pitch, swung on, hit up high into shallow center field. Going to be a tough play. Bowden comes in and makes the catch for your P-15s. Boy, that was a good play on the run there, and a tough out. As Atkinson leads the team with an average of .394, so very important out number one for your P-15s. That brings up Gabe McLaughlin, the infielder, third baseman. McLaughlin, the senior from South Florence, committed to Erskine. Lefty-righty matchup here. Monahan winds, delivers, in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch there for Monahan. P-15's in the field here, trying to get to the bottom half of the first. Still scoreless. Monahan winds the 0-1 outside. Good eye there by McLaughlin. That ball was in the left-handed batter's box. 1-1 to count here. Beautiful evening here at Riley Park. The 1-1. Down, low and away. Got in front of Rivers there. So 2-1 now. McLaughlin at the plate. Batting .378. Coming in. Third on the team. So very solid hitter at the plate here for Florence Post 1. Monahan gives the nod to his catcher Rivers. As he winds the 2-1 pitch in there for a ball just missed right at the knees, a little inside. Now 3-1. Kind of surprised Monahan didn't get that call. Tight zone is very tight at the moment. The 3-1 pitch swung on and fouled off by McLaughlin. Your P-15s come into this game 8-3 overall. Florence Post 1 comes in 8-3. Excuse me, your P-15s come in 7-3. As that game on Friday night against West Columbia, Post 79 did not quite finish. That ball was fouled off by McLaughlin, and it hit Rivers right in the hand. Coach DeBose is out there immediately. At first, he looked like he was going to be okay, but at the moment, Gavin Rivers is in some serious pain behind the plate here. This is not looking good for your P-15s. Coach Moonaghan coming out of the dugout, and Coach DeBose checking on him. Boy, Gavin Rivers has been such a solid player behind the plate for your P-15s. Really good at throwing runners out on the base pass. Appears to be okay. But he definitely took one. I think he just kind of took it to the chest there. It happened so fast, I didn't really see where the ball hit Rivers because McLaughlin fouled it off and it hit Rivers, then bounced away. I think Monahan's going to play a little catch and toss, kind of get Rivers back. Wind may have knocked him out a little bit as he's playing catch right now with Monahan, trying to get him back loosen up. P-15 still scoreless here in the top of the first. Gabe McLaughlin at the plate here with a full count. And we'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Newman's Automotive, Green Insurance Agency and Tax Service, FTC, CarQuest Auto Parts, Daniel Welts Management, Piggly Wiggly, USC Sumter, and CRW Insurance. Thank you for sponsoring tonight's game. As Rivers is back behind the dish, little woozy after taking that one right to the chest. Looks like he's okay. McLaughlin steps back in the right-handed batter's box. Lefty-righty matchup. Full count here. See if Monahan can get that second out. The pitch, swung on, hit up high, and fouled back behind home plate. And we'll do it again. 79-mile-per-hour heater there for Monahan. Has a good arm for your P-15, Sumter High School product. See if he can get that first strikeout. The 3-2 to McLaughlin. Swung on, a hard hit ball by McLaughlin to left field, and Bailey comes over and makes the catch. Boy, that one had a lot of power. Bailey makes a nice catch right in front of the scoreboard for out number 2. So 2 away. And at the plate now for Florence Post 1 is number 3, the shortstop, Avery Weaver. Weaver, a freshman from West Florence. Junior from West Florence. At the plate here, another right-handed hitter in the lineup. Lefty-righty matchup. Rivers kind of setting up on that outer half of the plate. The pitch in there for a strike. Monahan painted that outside part of the plate. Good pitch there. P-15's trying to make quick work of this high-powered Florence Post 1 offense. The 0-1 to Weaver. In there for a strike right at the knees. Beautiful curve there by Monahan. 0-2 quickly here. See if Weaver can bounce back at the plate for Florence. The 0-2 pitch. Outside. Try to get him chasing on the high heater. 1-2 now. Weaver comes in batting .294. He's had 10 hits on the season. That's third on the team for Florence. The 1-2 for Monahan. Outside. 2-2. Two kind of high heaters trying to get Weaver to chase. Weaver with some good plate discipline at the plate. He also has 10 walks on the season. That's second on the team, so tough out here. The 2-2 pitch swung on and fouled down the left field line there. Boy, that one was roped. That's one thing with this Florence Post 1 squad. They come in as a team batting .287, so very high-powered offense. Love to hit the baseball. The 2-2 swung on a hard-hit ball to the third baseman. He throws across the diamond for the nice 5-3 out. 3 up, 3 down. And Wyatt Monahan makes quick work of Florence Post 1. We head to the bottom of the first. The P-15s will be at the plate. Don't go away. You're listening to Jams on... Welcome back to P-15 Baseball. I'm Taylor Novinger on the call for your P-15s all season long here on the Jams. We welcome you back here to Bobby Richardson Field, historic Riley Ballpark here in downtown Sumter, South Carolina. Still scoreless, your P-15s at home here playing against Florence Post 1, and they'll be at the plate trying to get some runs across. And on the mound for Florence Post 1 is number 4. That'll be Tristan Hickman on the mound. Hickman comes in with a 2.10 ERA, 1-1 on the season, 13.1 innings pitched. He's given up 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 errors, 8 walks, 19 strikeouts, 2 doubles, and opponents are batting 152 off of him. His last outing for Florence Post 1 was all the way back on June 8th, and that was Florence Post 1's one of their losses as they went down to Manning Santee and lost 3-4. So Hickman 1-1 on the season, trying to get back to those winning ways, but he'll have to face your P-15s. And at the plate now, leading things off is the right fielder, number 5, B.J. Balls. Hickman a righty. Righty-lefty matchup. The pitch to Balls. In there for a ball. Hickman, senior from PD Academy, down there in Mullins, South Carolina. And he's committed to Florence Darlington Technical College on the mound here for Florence Post 1. The 1-0 to Balls. In there for a strike. Beautiful curve there from Hickman. PD Academy. Really good baseball over there in Mullins. They've quietly put up several good seasons of state championship winning caliber teams. The 1-1 swung on and fouled off by Balls. 1-2 now. He barely got a piece of that one. P-15s wearing their blue jerseys with Sumter written across their chest in red. Gray pants with a red stripe down there. Florence Post 1 wearing kind of this camouflage looking red and black with gray pants and black hats. Hickman winds the pitch, swung on, hit up sky high to the second baseman in shallow right field, and he goes out and makes the catch for out number 1. Good play over there by Atkinson, and he's a solid fielder as well. Mentioned his bat in the top half of this inning, but he can play the field and also pitch for Florence Post 1. So at the plate now for your P-15s will be the left fielder, number 11, Corey Bailey. Righty-righty matchup here. Hickman winds, delivers, in there for a ball. That changeup missed a little high there, 71 miles per hour. See if Bailey can get on here for your P-15s. Hickman winds the 1-0. Swung on a hard hit ball, and that's going to get through for a single for your P-15s. Right up the middle there to the second baseman. And Atkinson was kind of shading a little through that right side of the infield. That ball was hit right at the second base bag. It looked like he had a play on it, but that ball went right through his glove, and Corey Bailey with the single for your P-15s with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And at the plate now is Zy Dennis, number 14. Rivers is supposed to be at the plate, but I hope he's okay after taking that ball to the chest. Pitch swung on and missed on the outside part of the plate by Dennis. Dennis from Lawrence Manning Academy. Solid outfielder. Can really run down some baseballs. Hickman looking for out number 2 here as he glances over that left shoulder at Bailey at first. The 0-1 to Dennis. Swung on and missed on the outside part of the plate. 85 mile per hour fastball there from Hickman. That's part of the reason why he's committed to Florence Darlington Technical College, a solid JUCO program. Hickman has some heat. The 0-2 swung on, and that's a single in the shallow right field. Dennis and the right fielder misbobbles the ball, but they bring it in, and Bailey stays at second. Dennis just went down there and got that baseball and had a nice hit in the shallow right field, just what the doctor warned for your P-15s. First and second, 1 out here. And at the plate now, the DH, number 8, Mac McDaniel. Mac McDaniel's been a solid hitter all season for your P-15s, and all their games leads the team in RBIs with 7. Hickman looks over at second at Bailey. Now looks back. The pitch to McDaniel. Outside. Good eye there. The ball was down low and away in the left-handed batter's box. P-15's trying to strike first here in the bottom of the first against Florence Post 1. Hickman looks over at second at Bailey. The 1-0 swung on and missed. That was kind of a late swing from Mac McDaniel. Kind of a late decision there and kind of a half-swung swing at that. 1-1 the count here. See if McDaniel can rope one. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Man, McDaniel was really out in front of that pitch there. Needs to wait on it. Hickman threw him a changeup. See what he throws him here with a 1-2 count. Wouldn't be surprised if he throws that heater. He can throw around 85 miles per hour. The 1-2 to McDaniel. Swung on and missed. Right down Broadway. Went with the curveball. McDaniel a little frustrated there as he goes down swinging. So first and second, 2 outs. And at the plate now will be the first baseman, number 10, Connor Carter. See if Carter can extend the inning for your P-15s and get some runs across here. Carter from Florence Manning Academy, 2027 prospect, rising senior. Hickman winds, delivers, down low and away for a ball. Carter did a nice job laying off that curve. As he steps back in with some fancy shoes and gloves on in tonight's game. Hickman glances over at second base at Bailey, and he'll chase him back to the bag as he steps off the rubber. Corey Bailey with a big lead over there at second for your P-15s. Hickman now steps back on the rubber. The 1-0 to Carter. Swung on a hard hit ball. That'll fall in the shallow left field. They wave around Bailey. And Dennis is trying to go to first or third, and he's safe. And they get Carter at second base. Carter tried to stretch that out for a double. I don't know why he did that. But your P-15s, they get a run across. They lead 1-0 as we head to the top of the second. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Jams on 92. Play behind the plate. And at third base, Connor Carter will move from first to third, and B.J. Balls comes in from right to play at first, and Corey Bailey will be in right field. Cy Dennis in left. Newt Henson at the plate. Moonahan winds, delivers, swung on, and fouled off. So a lot of changes there for your P-15s. I hope Rivers is okay. See what Moonahan can do here behind the plate for your P-15s. The 0-1. Down, low and away. Good eye there by Henson. Newt Henson at the plate here. Solid player. For Florence Post 1. From West Florence High School. Committed to Florence Darlington Tech. As he takes another ball there from Moonahan. 2-1 the count now. P-15's looking for that first down. Up 1-0 here in the top of the second. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on a hard hit ball. That's going to find the gap in right center field. And that ball's still rolling. That rolls all the way to the wall. Henson rounds first and will hold up with a leadoff double for Florence, post 1. Boy, he got a hold of that baseball. That ball just kept on rolling right in the gap there. And looks like we'll have a pinch runner out there. That'll be number 10, Webb Barnes, coming into pinch run for Newt Henson. Barnes, an outfielder, graduate from Hartsville High School, and played his first year over there, Florence Darlington Tech. So he'll be on the base pass here with no outs, as Moonahan will walk to the mound to talk to Moonahan on the bump here. Quick little chat. And at the plate now will be the first baseman for Florence, post 1, Carson Haynes. Excuse me, number 22, Carson Haynes. Senior from West Florence. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Monahan glances at the runner. The pitch, outside. Good eye there. Florence, post 1, trying to respond to the P-15s that scored a run in the bottom of the first. See if Monahan can shut him down here and get that much-needed out number 1. The 1-0 to Haynes. Swung on a hard hit ball to the second baseman, and Johnson makes a nice throw for the nice 4-3 out. But that does advance Barnes, so Barnes will go all the way to third base. So runner on third, 1 out. At the plate now for Florence, post 1, will be the right fielder, number 24, Bryce Oliver. Bryce Oliver, a first baseman, outfielder, pitcher, kind of do-it-all guy for the Hartsville Red Foxes. They had a really good season this past year, as that one's upstairs for a ball. Andrew Twitty, the head coach over there, and Randy Twitty, his father, helped him out. That name may sound familiar, the former P-15 head coach. And the 1-0, outside. Coach Twitty did a nice job leading the P-15s for many years here in Sumter. Now he's helping his sons out. His other son coaches for West Florence, so a lot of baseball ties. Moonahan glances over at the runner at third. That's Barnes. The 2-0 to Oliver, down, low and away. 3-0 now. Monahan struggling on the mound here to locate his pitches. Really struggling with that fastball. See what he gives Oliver here with an 0-3-0 count. The pitch, in there for a strike on the outside corner. Good job there by Moonahan framing that up. 3-1 the count here. Slants right in the eyes of B.J. Balls. The pitch, outside, and Oliver will draw the 1-out walk. And runners on the corners here for Florence, post 1. And at the plate now will be number 2, Brandon Anderson, outfielder, senior from Hartsville High School. And he's committed to Coker College. Lefty-lefty matchup here, so this ought to be interesting. Boy, the sun is right in Ball's eyes over there at first as he's trying to hold the runner on. Monahan winds, double steal, and Oliver will advance to second base. For a second there, I thought Barnes was going to take off home as he kind of went halfway down the third base line. Very aggressive base running here from Florence, post 1. Monahan winds. The 1-0 pitch, swung on, a little dribbler up to Johnson, and it goes off his glove, and he trips. And everyone is safe, and a run comes across for Florence, post 1. Felt like Johnson was charging that ball really fast. Didn't keep that glove all the way down on the dirt out there, and it just bounced around. So Anderson will reach on an error. Set the plate now for Florence Post 1 will be Cody Barr, the DH, with runners on the corners and 1 out. Monahan throws to first, not in time. Balls has those sunglasses on, and he's going to need them. The sun's setting to my left, but still very in his eyes over there. Monahan glances over. Runner goes. Balls throws to second, and it goes off the glove of Pendergrass into left field. And a run comes across for Florence Post 1. They had the runner. Monahan with a really good pickoff, and they really anticipated that steal coming. And Monahan flipped it over to Balls, but Balls threw it way out in the left field. And Florence Post 1 comes across, and they lead 2-1. As that'll go down as a throwing error on Balls. Monahan needs to focus on this batter here and get that second out with the runner at second. The pitch, swung on and missed. Good looking pitch there on that high fastball. Barr just missed it. Barr with only 2 at-bats on the season coming in. Getting the start tonight in the DH role for Florence Post 1. A lot of their guys are not playing tonight, and I'll get to that in a minute. Monahan glances at the runner, the 0-1, swung on and fouled off there by Barr. Yeah, I talked to head coach for Florence Post 1. Talked about how a lot of their guys were at a sports banquet tonight over there in Lada. 0-2 the count here to Barr. P-15s need that second out here in the top of the second, trailing 2-1. The pitch, swung on and miss. Wyatt Monahan gets his first strikeout of the ball game for your P-15s, and a much-needed out number 2. At the plate now for Florence Post 1 will be the center fielder, number 20, Jamarcus Williams. Marcus Williams, outfielder, graduate from Hannah Pamplico. Played his first year over there at Coker. Big D2 program there in Hartsville. Lefty-righty matchup. Monahan steps off the rubber. Didn't like the big lead over there by Anderson at second base. And we'll reset. Monahan gives a nod there to Monahan. The pitch. Painted that outside corner for a strike. Late call from the ump there. 0-1 the count here to Williams. 12 at-bats on the season for him. Batting .083. Only comes in with 1 hit on the season. See if Monahan can get another strikeout. 0-1. Upstairs. Good plate discipline there from Williams. Laying off that high heater from Monahan. Count evens at 1 apiece. P-15s have given up 2 runs here in the top of the second, and they trail 2-1. Florence Post 1 trying to extend the inning with a runner on second and 2 outs. Monahan trying to get that final out. The 1-1 pitch. Down low and away for a ball. 2-1 now. Williams thought about swinging at it, but that curve really bottomed out right at the ankles of Williams. Fastball has been working really well tonight for Monahan. He's trying to get that curve in there as well. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him on that high heater. Count evens at 2 apiece. Very interested to see what Monahan will give Williams here. Might go with that fastball again. 2-2 the count. Runner on second with 2 outs. Monahan trying to end things for your P-15s. The pitch outside. And he did go with that high heater. That fastball. It's way outside though. All the way into the left-handed batter's box. Full count now here to Jamarcus Williams. P-15s definitely do not want to turn over this batting order here. Monahan glances at the runner. The pitch. Outside, and Williams will draw the 2-out walk. So runners on first and second, 2 outs, and at the plate will be number 5, the second baseman, Jaden Atkinson. Atkinson with a .394 batting average, leads the team. Very solid hitter at the plate. Leads the team with runs scored with 13, has 5 doubles, leads the team in that category. Very solid hitter at the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Infield playing back there as Balls and Johnson playing deep at first and second. Monahan winds the pitch in there for a strike. That curveball came right out of the clouds and right in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch. 0-1 the count here to Atkinson. A senior from Hartsville, South Carolina, committed to Southern Wesleyan up there in the upstate. Solid player. The 0-1, outside. Good block there by the catcher, Monahan. Coming in relief tonight for Gavin Rivers, who got the start behind the dish. Rivers took a ball right to the chest and kind of knocked the wind out of him. Hopefully he's okay. 1-1 the count here to Atkinson. Trying to add this 1-run advantage for Florence post 1. Monahan winds the pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him on that high heater inside. Beautiful pitch there for Monahan. 1-2 the count. Atkinson is already 0 for 1 with that fly out to center field. P-15's trying the inside here with a very dangerous Florence post 1 lineup. Monahan taking his time, takes a deep breath, looks at the runner at second, and the 1-2 pitch outside for a ball. Down low and away, good block there by the catcher Monahan. And that was that curveball that Monahan has really been trying to locate. Last couple batters has had better success with it. As Monahan takes his glove off to adjust his jersey there, button it up, and grab that rosin bag and put it down. Now he steps back on the rubber. Atkinson steps back in the left-handed batter's box. Monahan glances over at second. The 2-2 pitch swung on a hard hit ball to the first baseman Balls. Balls going to race him to the bag and just get him in time for the 3 UA. But Florence post 1. They add 2 runs off of an error from your P-15s. And they come to bat here in the bottom of the second, trying to bounce back. Don't go away. We got more baseball. We got a good one here on the Jams 92.3 and 93.3 FM. And leading things off for them will be the second baseman, Larry Johnson. And on the mound for Florence Post 1 still is Tristan Heckman, big senior pitcher from PD Academy. Righty-righty matchup here. See if Johnson can lead things off. The pitch, upstairs for a ball, good eye. Almost mid-waist there. Johnson from Sumter High School, 2027 prospect, rising senior. The 1-0, upstairs again. Hickman kind of having trouble locating that fastball, but that speed of his is definitely increasing. That last pitch was 86 miles per hour. The 2-0 to Johnson, swung on a hard hit ball to the third baseman. Grabs it, throws across the diamond for the nice 5-3 out. Boy, Johnson hit a high ground ball there, but really good fielding there by McLaughlin at third. So 1 out, and at the plate now for your P-15s will be the started at third base, now at catcher is Kay Moonahan. Righty-righty matchup here. Moonahan from East Clarendon. The pitch, upstairs for a ball, good eye. Boy, Hickman's kind of getting behind in counts here. See if the P-15s can take advantage of that. Love to see some base runners out there. The 1-0 in there for a strike. Late call there from the ump. Boy, 87 miles per hour heater there from Tristan Hickman. He just keeps heating up on the mound here for Florence Post 1. The 1-1 swung on and fouled off the foot of Moonahan. That had to hurt. 1-2 now. P-15s hosting an out-of-conference play here with Florence Post 1. Always a solid team over there from Florence, South Carolina. Hickman winds. The 1-2 pitch swung on and just fouled down the third base line. Good hands over there by the third base coach, Robbie Moonahan. Florence Post 1 dugout, giving him a little clap there. And we'll do it again. 1-2 the count. Moonahan has a sleeve on that right arm over there. The pitch swung on and missed. Got him on the high heater. 85 mile per hour there. And Hickman gets his first strikeout of the ball game for Florence Post 1. So 2 outs. And at the plate now for your P-15s will be the shortstop, number 4, Justin Pendergrass. Pendergrass from Sumter High School product. Played his college ball this past year down at Claflin University in Orangeburg, South Carolina. The pitch swung on and hit up high in the right field, near the right field line. Right fielder's going to come over and make the catch for the nice F9 out. Hickman makes quick work of the P-15s. And Florence Post 1, they lead 2-1 as we head to the top of the third. We'll be right back with more baseball. Welcome back to P-15 Baseball. I'm Taylor Novinger on your call. P-15s, they trail 2-1 here in the top of the third here at Bobby Richardson Field in historic Riley Ballpark here in Sumter, South Carolina. As the sun begins to set to my left, Wyatt Monahan on the mound here getting some warm-up tosses. P-15s have kind of had to change the field here as Gavin Rivers got the start behind the dish but went out hurt after he took a ball right to the chest. So Cade Moonaghan behind the plate. B.J. Balls comes in from right to play first base. Connor Carter comes from first to third. Cy Dennis over there on the left comes in off the bench. And Corey Bailey switches from left to right. At the plate now will be the third baseman, number 1, Gabe McLaughlin for Florence Post 1. Lefty-righty matchup. Monahan winds the pitch outside. Good eye there from McLaughlin. He was 0 for 1 on today's game. Had a fly out into left field. His last at bat. McLaughlin with a really solid average with 378. That's third on the team. He's had 14 hits. As he takes a strike right on the outside corner there for Monahan. As that jersey's getting unbuttoned again. Monahan already had to button it up once. Monahan's locked in. The pitch swung on and fouled off. Right off the umpire there, too. 1-2 the count here. Monahan comes in here to the top of the third with 1 strikeout as he's trying to get that jersey button. Really struggling out there. Might need a clothespin. P-15's in search of out number 1 here. As he's buttoned up and ready to go. 1-2 pitch here to McLaughlin. Outside. Kind of low and away there in that left-handed batter's box. Monahan has some speed. Right at 80 miles per hour with that fastball. Monahan winds. The 2-2 to McLaughlin. Just missed at the bottom of the strike zone there. Right at the knees. Moonaghan, the catcher, couldn't quite hold on to that one. And if he would have framed that one, would have had the call. Full count now. Here to the third baseman, Gabe McLaughlin. Pitch swung on and fouled off through the right side. Over there to the P-15 hitting complex and future clubhouse they're building over there. It's come a long way from last year. They were just kind of getting the framing work done, and they put up some walls and put the brick on. They're almost done with that place. Full count here to McLaughlin. The pitch swung on and fouled off again to the right side. Back to the P-15 future clubhouse and everything. That's one thing this Florence Post 1 squad does not do is go down easy. They are a tough out for any American Legion baseball team in the great state of South Carolina. Monahan winds. The 3-2 pitch in there for a ball, and McLaughlin with a very long at bat gets the leadoff walk for Florence Post 1. Sorter on first, and at the plate now will be the shortstop, number 3, Avery Weaver. Weaver, a junior from West Florence High School. That's a team over there in Florence that is slowly becoming a solid baseball club the last several years. They're always up there in the 4A and 5A ranks. Monahan throws to first, not in time. Clouds have covered up the sun to my left. Starting to get dark out here at Riley Park. Might want to turn on the lights. Lefty-righty matchup to Weaver. Oh, Monahan throws to first to Balls, and Balls mishandles it. Man, they had the runner again. Monahan threw to Balls, and all Balls had to do was flip it over there to the shortstop Pendergrass, and that had an easy out number 1. But Balls mishandled the baseball at first. So runner on second, no outs here for Florence, post one in the top of the third, leading 2-1. The pitch to Weaver, in there for a strike. Weaver showed bunt, pulled it back. Good pitch there by Monahan on the outside part of the plate. P-15's in desperate need of out number one here. Monahan taking his time here on the rubber. Lefty-righty matchup. Monahan glances over towards second. Home plate umpire calls time. Didn't like how long Monahan was taking to deliver that pitch for your P-15s. Weaver's 0 for 1 in tonight's game. Grounded out back in the first. As he takes ball one down, low and away. Weaver comes into this contest batting .294 for Florence post one. He's had 10 hits, 2 doubles, 1 home run, so has some power behind that baseball bat. See if Monahan can get him out here. Monahan glances at the runner, the 1-1 pitch, in there for a strike. Right at the knees. Boy, it was a late call there from the ump. But the P-15s get it. 1-2 now. See what Monahan delivers here to Weaver. That last pitch was that curveball. Like to see him get him chasing here again. We'll see. 1-2 the count now. Still no outs here in the top of the third. With a runner on second for Florence post one. They lead 2-1 and they're threatening for more. The 1-2 pitch inside for a ball. Good eye there by Weaver. As Monahan's going to jog out there to talk to Monahan on the mound for your P-15s. No activity in the bullpen at the moment. Florence post one. Coming into this contest with a lot of games played over the weekend as they traveled all the way up to Shelby, North Carolina to play several North Carolina teams in the North Carolina-South Carolina battle in American Legion Baseball. Lights are slowly coming on here at Riley Park. Monahan returns behind the dish. Monahan returns behind the dish for your P-15s. The 2-2 pitch to Weaver outside. High and away. That fastball there for Monahan. Full count now. That's one thing Coach DeBose talked about with me earlier today. They don't want to give up free passes to this Florence post one lineup. They are very good at making the contact with the baseball and getting extra base hits. So the last thing they want to do is walk them. The 3-2 pitch swung on, a hard hit ball to center field and caught by Bodie Bowden. Boy, that ball was roped there by Weaver. But Bowden comes over and makes a much needed catch for out number one. So one away as the sun's starting to peek out again from the clouds to my left. At the plate now for Florence post one will be the catcher, number 21, Newt Henson. Henson had that big double back in the second inning and plated a run. Trying to duplicate that here. See if Monahan can get that second out. Monahan glances at the runner. The pitch. Down low and away. Bounces, gets away from Monahan, and runner advances to third base. So that one went right off the hands there of Monahan. Normally not at catcher. We've seen him primarily at third base the entire year. One-0 the count here to Henson. Monahan taking his time. Now he winds. The pitch in there for a strike right at the knees. Good looking curveball there from Wyatt Monahan. on the mound tonight for your P-15s. As I'm glancing over to my right, starting to see Matthew McKinnon and a couple others going down to that P-15 bullpen. Monahan winds, delivers a ball low and away. 2-1 the count now to Henson, who's already 1 for 1 in tonight's ball game. Coming in with a .269 average. Solid hitter at the plate. The 2-1 for Monahan. Upstairs for a ball. 3-1 now. Monahan struggling to find the strike zone at the moment for your P-15s. Monahan glances at the runner at third. The 3-1 pitch swung on, hit up high in the center field. Bowden going over, and he will make the catch. Runner will tag, and Florence post 1 will add to their lead. They lead 3-1 now over your P-15s. Nice sac fly there from the catcher, Newt Henson. So 2 outs, base is emptied. And at the plate now for Florence post 1 will be the first baseman, number 22, Carson Haynes. Haynes is 0 for 1 in tonight's ball game. Haynes from West Florence, senior. Steps in the left-handed batter's box. Lefty-lefty matchup. Monahan winds, delivers ball 1 on the outside part of the plate. P-15s just need that third out here in the top of the third, trailing 3-1. Monahan going quickly. The 1-0 in there for a strike. Good job there by Monahan behind the home plate there, coming in relief for Rivers, and he did a nice job framing that one in the strike zone. Hayes trying to extend the inning here for Florence. The 1-1 in there for a strike on that corner. And Haynes did not like that call. 1-2 the count. Monahan with 1 strikeout so far. Looking for his second here. The 1-2 pitch. Oh, a headshot. High up and away. Almost hit Haynes. 2-2 now. That was an 82-mile-per-hour heater there from Monahan. Has a solid fastball and at times can lose control over it. See what he throws Haynes here. The 2-2 in there for a ball. Full count now. And that's one thing Florence post 1 has done all night is get Monahan in deep counts. It's almost like Florence post 1 has some eagle eyes at the plate. Very good at watching the baseball. Starting to see some action in the P-15 dugout. The 3-2 pitch swung on, a little dribbler to the shortstop Pendergrass, and he makes the nice throw for the 6-3 out. Florence post 1. They add a run off an RBI sac fly, and they lead 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. P-15s will be at the plate. Don't go away. We'll be right back. You're listening. the center fielder, Bodie Bowden. Righty-righty matchup here. Tristan Hickman still on the mound for Florence, post 1. As he winds, delivers, in there for a strike right at the knees of Bowden. 85-mile-per-hour heater there. So one thing Hickman has is some heat behind that arm of his. Third baseman playing in on the grass for Florence. The 0-1 swung on a hard hit ball by Bowden, and that's going to be straight to the left fielder. Boy, he made great contact just right to the left fielder for out number 1. And at the plate now will be the leadoff hitter for your P-15s. First baseman, B.J. Balls. Balls 0 for 1, had a pop out in the first. Comes in batting .398 at Florence Darlington Technical College. Had a really good season there. Righty-lefty matchup. Pitch, swung on and missed. 0-1 quickly. Balls leads the team with stolen bases. Would love to get him on the base pass. Playing with a lot of future teammates and current teammates at Florence Darlington Tech on this Florence Post 1 roster. The 0-1 swung on and fouled off. Ooh, that went off the catcher Henson there. Bounced to the P-15 dugout. 0-2 quickly here to Balls. P-15's trying to respond as they gave up a run here in the top of the third. Henson on the mound here. The 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he spiked it right at the feet of Balls. 88 miles per hour. Boy, that's the fastest pitch we've seen from Hickman all night long. See if Balls can connect one and find a gap for your P-15s. Hickman winds the 1-2 pitch. Outside, good eye there from Balls. That one was high up and away. 2-2 now. P-15s are arguably facing the fastest pitcher all season here on the mound for Florence Post 1. Hickman winds the 2-2 to Balls. Swung on and hit hard and foul down the right field line. P-15s have a couple pitchers out there getting loose. Looks like McKinnon is out there warming up. It's a right-handed pitcher. 2-2 the count here to Balls with one out in the bottom of the third. Hickman takes a deep breath, now delivers. Swung on a hard hit ball by Balls to the first baseman. And a nice play over there by Haynes for out number 2. P-15s are making good contact with the baseball, just right to people at the moment. See if that can change with Corey Bailey at the plate, the left fielder. Bailey did have a single for your P-15s back in the first and scored the first run of the ball game and only run so far for the P-15s. See if he can start a 2-out rally here. Hickman looking for the final out. Hickman winds the pitch. In there for a strike on that outside corner there. 87 miles per hour heater there. That fastball is really working tonight for Hickman. The P-15 hitters are having a little bit of trouble connecting with it. The 0-1 swung on and missed by Bailey. Kind of foul tipped it right into the catcher's glove. Another fastball there from Hickman. 87 miles per hour. 0-2 the count here to Bailey with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Hickman winds, and a ball on the outside part of the plate. Gets away from the catcher, Henson. Boy, that was 89 miles per hour there, that last pitch. That's the fastest we've seen all night from Hickman. And there's a reason why he's committed to Florence Darlington Tech. The 1-2 to Bailey. Swung on and foul tip. Good foul tip there from Bailey. Hanging in there. Probably one of the faster pitchers the P-15s have faced. Good crowd on hand here at Riley Park. Seen a lot of fans come out. A beautiful Tuesday evening. Hickman winds. Delivers the 1-2 pitch to Bailey. Swung on and fouled off to the right side. Bailey's always been a tough out for any opponent this season. Leads the team with hit by pitches. And just a solid hitter at the plate. If he doesn't get a hit, he's always on the base pass. The 1-2 from Hickman. Swung on and hit up high. Foul to the right side. It is barely foul. A couple rows into the seats on the right field bleachers over there. Or excuse me, first base bleachers. A lot of foul territory here at Riley Park. Wind's starting to blow a little bit. In from left. 1-2 the count here to Bailey. Hanging in there for your P-15s. Hickman winds the pitch upstairs. Hickman looked like he threw him a changeup and lost control of that one. See if he doesn't throw that fastball again here. Would love to see Bailey connect on one. He has the power. The 2-2 from Hickman. Upstairs again. Hickman put the changeup up high again. Full count to Corey Bailey. See if Bailey can get on or draw a walk. Hickman trying to get that final out. The 3-2 pitch and hits Bailey right on the shoulder. Just when I mentioned a moment ago that Bailey leads this team in hit by pitches, there you go. And he's on the base pass for your P-15s. Just what the doctor ordered. P-15s have a runner on first with 2 outs. And that'll bring up to the plate now Zy Dennis, the left fielder. Dennis is 1 for 1 in tonight's ball game. Came in off the bench for Rivers. And had a nice hit in the first inning. Hickman winds. The pitch swung on another hit down the right field line. That ball's still rolling. The right fielder gets it and he throws it in. And Bailey will advance from first to third for your P-15s. Boy, Zy Dennis is making a statement for your P-15s off the bench. He's 2 for 2 in tonight's ball game with 2 singles. Just excellent stuff there from the left fielder. So runners on the corners. And at the plate now for your P-15s will be the DH, Mac McDaniel. Mac McDaniel 0 for 1. Hickman is trying to get that final out here for Florence post 1. Outfield's backing up. They're afraid of McDaniel. The pitch from Hickman. Upstairs, a changeup. Almost eye level there. P-15s trail 3-1 here in the bottom of the third. With 2 outs and the runners on the corners. Wouldn't be surprised if Dennis tries to steal here in a minute. The 1-0. Swung on a hard hit ball by McDaniel. Deep center field. Williams going back and makes the catch for Florence post 1 to end the side. The P-15s, they leave 2 runners on, and they still trail 3-1 to Florence post 1 as we head to the top of the 4th. We'll be right back with more baseball. You're listening to the Jams on 92.
will be the right fielder, number 24, Bryce Oliver. Wyatt Monahan still on the mound here for your P-15s, as they have a pitcher out there warming up in their right field bullpen. Lefty-righty matchup. The pitch swung on and fouled straight back by Oliver. Oliver, a junior from Hartsville High School. Solid player for Andrew Twitty over there. Going to be a really good senior next spring. The 0-1 for Monahan. In there for a ball just missed, a little high. Not a bad looking curveball there. Just missed at the top of that zone. 1-1 the count now to Oliver. Monahan winds the pitch. Outside again. Monahan's trying to locate that curveball. Back-to-back pitches with that curve. See if he gives them the heater here. The 2-1 to Oliver. Outside. And that was the heater, that fastball. 3-1 the count to Oliver. P-15's in search of out number 1 here in the top of the 4th. Trailing 3-1. The pitch swung on and fouled straight back by Oliver. And Wyatt Monahan's battled back here on the mound for your P-15s. 3-1, now 3-2. See if your P-15 pitcher can get that first out of the inning. Monahan winds. The pitch swung on, a hard hit ball by Oliver. That'll fall in the left field. Boy, that was roped right in front of Dennis. Nice piece of hitting there by Oliver with the leadoff single for Florence Post 1. And at the plate now will be the left fielder, number 2, Brandon Anderson. Anderson from Hartsville, South Carolina. Hartsville High. Committed to Coker. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Anderson batting .318 coming into tonight's ball game. Eddie shows bunt, pulls it back for ball 1. Carter did a nice job crashing in at third there for your P-15s as they were ready for that bunt. See if they put the bunt sign on again here. Big lead over there at first by Oliver. The 1-0, down low and away for a ball. Anderson showed bunt, pulled it back. 2-0 the count. We have yet to see a bunt in tonight's ball game. Florence Post 1 trying to lay one down here. The 2-0 to Anderson. In there for a strike on that outside corner. Anderson pulled it back. Good pitch there from Monahan. 2-1 now. Oliver creeping towards second. The 2-1 pitch bounced toward the plate there. Good block by the catcher Monahan. 3-1 now. Wyatt Monahan looks a little tired on the mound at the moment for your P-15s. And I'm glancing down towards their bullpen. There's nobody warming up, so Coach DeBose has his guy ready at any moment. Monahan winds, delivers. In there for a ball. And Anderson draws a walk. So runners on first and second. No outs here in the top of the 4th. And looks like the pitching coach for your P-15s, Landon Delvin, is going to come out and talk to Monahan. Monahan with 1 strikeout in tonight's game. He's pitched well for your P-15s. He's only given up 2 hits. And one of those was in this inning. But a couple miscues by the P-15 defense has caused Florence Post 1 to take advantage, and they lead 3-1 here in the top of the 4th with runners on first and second. And they've made a call to the FTC bullpen. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by FTC. for your home wireless care provider, call FTC today and they'll help get you set up. Looks like Landon Delvin, the pitching coach for your P-15s, is going to bring in Matthew McKinnon on the mound. McKinnon, right-handed pitcher from Lakewood High School, 2026 grad. We've seen McKinnon play third, catcher, kind of a utility player, do-it-all guy. Also plays catcher, too. As McKinnon's going to come in a tough spot with no outs and runners on first and second, he's going to get his warm-up pitches. And we'll take a moment to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Newman's Automotive, Green Insurance Agency and Tax Service, FTC, CarQuest Auto Parts, Daniel Wealth Management, Wiggly Wiggly, USC Sumter, and CRW Insurance. Thank you for sponsoring tonight's game. P-15s have made a FTC call to the bullpen, and they're going to bring in Matthew McKinnon. And at the plate for Florence Post 1 will be the DH, number 6, Cody Barr. Barr, a senior from Lamar High School. Actually, the only player from Lamar on their roster. Barr is 0 for 1. Monahan got him swinging in the second inning. See if McKinnon can do the same here in the top of the fourth. Barr steps in the right-handed batter's box. McKinnon steps on the rubber, ready to go. McKinnon has a kind of a red sleeve on that right arm of his. The pitch to Barr shows bunt, pulls it back for strike one. Good pitch there from McKinnon. 80-mile-per-hour heater there. Outside part of the plate. Boy, B.J. Balls is really playing in at first base for your P-15s. Connor Carter's crashing in from third as well. McKinnon steps off the rubber. Barr steps out of the batter's box. Now steps back in. McKinnon gives the nod to Mooneyhan. The 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. Barr really tried to bunt at it. Just pulled it back in time. As the runners are very aggressive on the base pass. Oliver with a big lead over there at second. They're looking for a bunt here from Barr. Ball's playing really in. McKinnon winds, delivers the 1-1 pitch outside. 2-1 now. Love to see the hustle from the P-15s. You know, Balls was crashing in there a moment ago, and Johnson covering the bag at first. Just smart baseball out there. 2-1 the count here to Barr. McKinnon in search of out number 1 here for your P-15s. The pitch swung on, a hard hit ball. That'll fall in the shallow right field. And that'll be a single by Cody Barr. And the bases are loaded for Florence Post 1. With no outs here in the top of the fourth. Florence still leads 3-1. And they're looking for more. At the plate now will be the center fielder, number 20, Jamarcus Williams. Williams drew a walk back in the second inning. As the infield will come in now for your P-15s, trying to protect this run. Williams, a graduate of Hannah Pamplico High School. As he takes ball 1, right at the belt buckle. P-15s do have another pitcher warming up in their right field bullpen at the moment. See if McKinnon can get that first out. The 1-0 pitch. Did he go? He did go. Home plate umpire appealed to the infield ump. He did not make the call, so home plate umpire said, I think he went. 1-1 here to Williams. McKinnon winds, delivers in there for a strike, right at the knees. Good looking fastball there from McKinnon. Trying to get that first out. Florence post one as the bases loaded. Up 3-1 here in the top of the fourth. McKinnon winds the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and miss. Matthew McKinnon comes in and gets a strikeout. He did just give up a single, but a big out number one. So bases loaded. One out. Top of the order for Florence with Jaden Atkinson at the plate. Atkinson 0 for 2. And a fly out and a ground out. Infield back into regular depth up the middle. The corners are playing in. The pitch in there for a ball. Just missed right at the knees. Not bad pitch location there from McKinnon. Just really better plate discipline there from Atkinson. The star hitter here for Florence. McKinnon winds the 1-0. Swung on, and that'll be up the middle. Pendergrass grabs it and does not make the throw. And a run comes across for Florence post one. And they lead 4-1 now over your P-15s. Just a really good hit there from Atkinson, just straight up the middle, right over the second base bag. Pendergrass did a nice job making an effort to get to it. As that'll go down as a hit. At the plate now for Florence will be the third baseman, number 1, Gabe McLaughlin. The pitch in there for a ball. A strike right at the knees. Umpire made a late call there. McLaughlin, he's 0 for 1 with the flyout. And a walk back in the third inning. Florence trying to add to their big lead. Pitch from McKinnon. Swung on right to the pitchers now. McKinnon throws to Pendergrass. Pendergrass throws the first, and they get the double play to get out of the inning. Good play there by McKinnon as he flipped it to Pendergrass, and Pendergrass made a dart to first base to get the nice 1-6-3 play. But the P-15s, they give up 2 runs to Florence here in the fourth, and Florence post 1 leads 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. We'll be right back with more baseball. P-15 baseball. I'm Taylor Novich on the call for your P-15s all season long here on the Jams. We welcome you back here to Bobby Richardson Field at historic Raleigh Ballpark. P-15s trail 4-1 to Florence Post 1 as they step out of conference play. Florence Post 1 is in League 1 here in the South Carolina American Legion Baseball. Your P-15s are in League 2, trying to get an out-of-conference win. Trailing by 3 runs. They're going to need some hits and some base runners here in the bottom of the fourth. Leading things off for them will be the third baseman, Connor Carter. Tristan Hickman still on the mound for Florence. Carter had a nice single and RBI back in the first. The pitch swung on and missed. Got him in the hands there.
86-mile-per-hour heater there. See if Carter can have a leadoff single. P-15s are down 3 runs, but this game's not over with. The 0-1. Down, low and away. Good eye there from Carter. Count evens at 1 apiece. Hickman comes in this inning with 2 strikeouts in tonight's ball game. The 1-1 to Carter. Swung on and missed. Got him in the hands again. Looked like he foul tipped that one, or barely got a piece of that one. 1-2 now. The P-15 third baseman. Hickman winds, delivers, and got Carter reaching there on that outside pitch for out number 1. So at the plate now for your P-15s will be the second baseman, number 3, Larry Johnson. Johnson, 0 for 1 in tonight's ball game. Righty-righty matchup here. Hickman winds. The pitch swung on and fouled off there by Johnson to the P-15 dugout. Love to see the dugout over there for your P-15s cheering on their teammates. They're definitely getting into it over there. 0-1 to count here to Johnson. Hickman winds, delivers, down low and away. Good eye there by the P-15 second baseman. Lights are on here at Raleigh Park. Sun's completely set to my left. Beautiful evening. P-15's playing 1 of 3 games this week. The 1-1 to Johnson. Swung on and missed. Got him chasing on that outside heater. It was down low and away for a ball, but Johnson couldn't pull up. 1-2 now. P-15's play Thursday night here at home and Friday on the road at Florence. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed by Johnson. Back-to-back strikeouts there from Hickman. And at the plate now for your P-15s will be the catcher, Gabe Moonaghan. Righty-righty matchup here. See if Moonaghan can start a 2-out rally here for your P-15s. The pitch swung on and fouled straight back by Moonaghan. Yeah, P-15 step out of conference play tonight, playing Florence post 1. Then they'll be back into conference play Thursday night against Richland 215. That's a solid ball club led by Chris Dorsey over there. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike right at the knees to Moonaghan. 0-2 quickly. P-15s trail 4-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Trying to make something happen. See if Moonaghan can start some 2-out magic. The 0-2 from Hickman. In there for a strike 3 and a backwards K for Hickman. And Hickman with 3 up, 3 down. Really quick work of the P-15 order. As we've played 4 innings, P-15's trail Florence post 1 4-1 as we head to the top of the 5th. We'll be right back with more baseball. You're listening.
Florence post 1 will be the shortstop, number 3, Avery Weaver. Weaver, a junior from West Florence. Coming up to the plate. Florence post 1 comes into tonight's contest 8-3 overall. I mentioned they had a very busy weekend this past weekend up in Shelby, North Carolina. They played versus Asheville on Saturday. They won 2-1. Florence also played on Sunday. They played 2 games. They beat Cherryville, North Carolina 9-7, and they beat Shelby 6-4 Sunday afternoon. As McKinnon winds, delivers, in there for strike 1. Good looking pitch there to the shortstop, Weaver. The 0-1, down low and away. Good eye from Weaver, right at the ankles. P-15s do have a pitcher warming up out in the bullpen. The 1-1. In there for a strike. Ooh, that was really close to being outside, but we'll take it. That one was right on the corner. 1-2 quickly. Here to Weaver. The pitch from McKinnon. Swung on, a slow roller. Pendergrass charging it, makes the throw across the diamond, and he is safe at first base. It's a great effort there from Pendergrass. I think that slow roller really helped Weaver get on first. Ball's kind of had to do a miniature split over there to get that ball from Pendergrass. He's kind of a little shaken up. So runner on first, no outs here for Florence. And at the plate now will be Newt Henson, the catcher. Righty-righty matchup. Henson, 1 for 2 in tonight's ball game as he swings the first pitch and fouls it off to the right side. Henson had that big double in the second. And his last at bat had that nice RBI sac fly. P-15's in search of out number 1. McKinnon glances over that left shoulder. Now he winds. The pitch, in there for a strike right at the knees. It was a little low, but we'll take it. Henson letting the home plate umpire hear it. McKinnon's getting ahead in counts here. Just needs to finish him off. McKinnon gives the nod to Moonahan. The 0-2 pitch. Upstairs for a ball. Good eye there by Henson. Henson trying to add some more runs to this Florence post 1, 4-1 advantage. McKinnon winds. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, good block there by Moonahan as he had to get over to the left-handed batter's box. 2-2 now to Henson. Small lead over there at first by Weaver. McKinnon throws over. Didn't like how he was creeping towards second. Not in time. McKinnon just trying to keep him honest over there. McKinnon gives the nod to Moonahan. Now throws over to first again, trying to get Weaver. Not in time. P-15s have had some success this year, though, getting runners out off pickoff moves. We've seen Davis do it a couple times. Monahan. McKinnon winds, delivers, and fouled off to the right side by Henson. Got way underneath that baseball. 76-mile-per-hour heater there from McKinnon. 2-2 the count. McKinnon winds. The pitch. Almost hit him, and they got him on strike 3. Inside part of the plate. Matthew McKinnon gets him looking. Boy, he sat him down, rang him up right there for out number 1. And at the plate now for Florence will be the first baseman, number 22, Carson Haynes. Righty-lefty matchup here. McKinnon with 2 strikeouts so far for your P-15s. The pitch, upstairs for a ball. High heater taken up high and away there by Haynes. Haynes is 0 for 2 in tonight's ball game for Florence. McKinnon throws over to first, not in time. 1-0 the count. Haynes trying to get something going, the big senior from West Florence. The pitch from McKinnon, swung on a hard hit ball to Balls. Balls throws to second. It goes off the player there. And the ball's still bouncing around. Another error from B.J. Balls, uncharacteristic. As Haynes will go all the way to second base. So runners on second and third. No, 1 out. And at the plate now will be the right fielder, Bryce Oliver. Balls fielded it very cleanly over there. He just kind of rushed the throw and threw it all the way into center field. Bowden had to come in and get it. But it was kind of in that no man's land, so that's why the runners advanced. McKinnon winds, delivers in there for a ball. Righty-righty matchup here with Bryce Oliver. Moves 1 for 1 in tonight's ball game. Had that nice single his last plate appearance back on the 4th. Trying to add some runs here in the top of the 5th. McKinnon steps off the rubber, throws to third, not in time. McKinnon definitely doesn't like Weaver on the base pass. McKinnon winds the 1-0. Outside for a ball. 2-0 the count. P-15s do have a pitcher out there getting loose in the right field bullpen down there. 2-0 the count here to Oliver. Big junior from Hartsville. The pitch from McKinnon in there for a strike right at the knees. Good looking changeup there. McKinnon was kind of a do-it-all guy this past spring for the Lakewood Gators here in town. Played pitcher, catcher. The 2-1. Swung on a hard hit ball by Oliver, and that is caught by Dennis. The runner does tag, and he will score for Hartsville, and Florence leads 5-1. I feel like it's Hartsville with so many players from Hartsville. Nice RBI sac fly there by Oliver. So 2 outs, runner on second, and at the plate now will be the left fielder, number 2, Brandon Anderson. Anderson reached on an error in the second and was walked his last time at the plate back in the 4th. McKinnon winds, delivers. Ball 1, low and away. Good block there from Moonahan. 1-0 the count now. McKinnon in search of that final out here in the top of the 5th. The 1-0 in there for a strike. That outside part of the plate. Good framing job there by Moonahan. McKinnon shakes him off. Now gives him the nod. As he glances over at the runner at second. The 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled off by Anderson. He fouled that one right off his foot. That had to hurt. Matthew McKinnon has come in relief for Wyatt Monahan. He's done a nice job trying to get that final out. The 1-2 pitch. Outside for a ball. Good eye there by Anderson.
McKinnon came in last inning in the fourth, gave up a run, and he's given up a run here in the top of the fifth. The 2-2 pitch, down low and away, gets away from the catcher Moonaghan, and that one goes all the way to the backstop. Oliver would advance all the way to third base. Excuse me, that's Haynes. So runner on third, 2 outs, full count to Anderson. See if Matthew McKinnon will get a punch out. He's had 2 in tonight's ball game. The 3-2. Swung on and miss. Matthew McKinnon got him swinging there to end the side. The P-15s, they give up another run to Florence, and Florence post 1 extends the lead. They lead 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the fifth. See if the P-15s can get the bats rolling. We'll be right back. You're listening. All right. Welcome back to P-15 Baseball. I'm Taylor Novinger on the call for your P-15s all season long here on the Jams. We welcome you back here to Raleigh Ballpark. Here in the bottom of the fifth, P-15s trail 5-1. Justin Pendergrass at the plate, the shortstop. Righty-righty matchup. Pendergrass takes strike 1 right at the knees. Tristan Hickman still on the mound. The big senior from PD Academy, committed to Flodar. The 0-1 to Pendergrass, swung on up high into right field, and the right fielder comes over and makes the catch for the nice F9 out for out number 1. It's a good hit baseball there by Pendergrass, just very easily reached there from the right fielder. So 1 out. 9-hole hitter, number 9, Flody Bowden, the center fielder, will come to the plate for your P-15s. Bowden 0 for 1 in tonight's ball game. Hickman winds the pitch in there for a strike. One of the count, as umpire did not call that a strike. Looked good to me. Hickman winds the 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0 now here to Bowden. Hickman having a little trouble locating his fastball here. See if the P-15s can take advantage. The 2-0. Swung on and missed. Boy, 87 mile per hour heater there. Big cut there from Bowden. See if he can make contact and find a gap here for your P-15s. Home umpire calls time. Didn't like how long Hickman was taking to deliver this pitch. Hickman winds the 2-1 to Bowden. Swung on. That should fall for a single, and it is caught by the second baseman.
That ball just hanged in the air a little too long. And Atkinson had to take a few steps out to shallow right field to get that second out. So 2 outs, and that brings up the top of the order for your P-15s. First baseman, number 5, B.J. Balls at the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. Hickman winds, delivers, swung on, a hard hit ball by Balls. That should get through, and it does. A single for your P-15s, B.J. Balls. See if the P-15s can keep this 2-out magic going here with Corey Bailey at the plate. Bailey's reached the base pass both times. Had a nice single back in the first and was hit by a pitch. His last at bat in the third. Righty-righty matchup. Hickman winds, delivers, in there for a ball. Tried to throw that change up right at the waist of Bailey. See if Balls tries to test Hickman here. Ball's creeping towards second. Hickman winds. The pitch swung on and hit up sky high behind first base in foul territory. Atkinson coming over and makes the catch in foul territory for Florence, post 1. P-15s leave a runner on, and they trail 5-1 as we head to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back with more baseball. You're Welcome back to P-15 Baseball. I'm Taylor Novinger on the call for your P-15s all season long here on the Jams. Welcome you back here to Raleigh Ballpark. Here in the top of the 6th. P-15s trail 5-1. And at the plate now is the DH, Cody Barr for Florence. As he swings the first pitch and fouls it off. Just foul. The first base bleachers. Ball's trying to track it now. Barr is 1 for 2 in tonight's ball game. Had a single his last at bat in the 4th. Barr, the senior from Lamar High School, Silver Fox at the plate. McKinnon has done nice on the mound here, looking for the first out. The 0-1 pitch. Oh, and it hits him right on the leg. That one came off the hand of McKinnon. A little weird. So Barr will head to first base with the hit by pitch. And that brings up center fielder to the plate. Excuse me. That's not Jamarcus Williams. That's going to be a pinch hitter, number 8, Derek Austin. Austin, a junior from West Florence High School. Coming in to pinch hit here for Williams. Austin, a lefty. Righty-lefty matchup. McKinnon winds, delivers, swung on, and fouled off there. Just got a piece of that one. There's Austin. See if Matthew McKinnon can get that first out here in the top of the 6th. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. Good pitch there from McKinnon. P-15s trail 5-1 in the top of the sixth. Florence post 1 threatening with the runner on first with no outs. The 0-2 to Alston. McKinnon throws over to first, not in time. Didn't like the big lead Barr had. Florence post 1 has yet to steal a bag yet. The 0-2 outside for a ball. Starting to see some Florence post 1 pitchers going down to that left field bullpen. 1-2 to count here to Alston. McKinnon throws over to first, not in time. Boy, Barr has a really big lead, but is really fast getting back to the bag over there. As he takes a couple more steps towards second base. The 1-2 to Alston. Inside. Count evens at 2 apiece. McKinnon looking for that first out. He's had 3 strikeouts on the night for your P-15s. McKinnon taking his time. The 2-2 pitch swung on and foul tipped there by Alston towards the P-15 dugout. Alston steps back in the left-handed batter's box. Righty-lefty matchup here. Alston kind of holds that bat out. The 2-2 pitch outside. Full count now to Alston. Coming in to pinch hit here for the center fielder, Jamarcus Williams. Wouldn't be surprised if they put him back in the field in the bottom half of this inning. The 3-2 pitch, runner goes. That's swung on. A hard hit ball by Alston into right field. Bailey gets it. He throws to first and not in time to get Barr. But a good catch out there in right field there by Corey Bailey. Boy, that ball was roped by Alston. I was afraid that one was going to get down in the gap. But Bailey came over and made it look easy. So 1 out. Runner on first, and at the plate now will be big number 5, Jaden Atkinson, leadoff man. Atkinson 1 for 3 in tonight's ball game, had a single his last at bat in the 4th. Grounded out in the 2nd and flew out in the 1st. McKinnon winds, delivers in there for a strike on the outside part of the plate at the knees. Good pitch there by the big Lakewood Gator. McKinnon glances over towards first. That's Barr over there. And he throws over, not in time. Boy, Cody Barr's getting those baseball pants dirty over there. McKinnon glances back over. The 0-1 to Atkinson. Now blowing away. Good block there by Moonahan. Atkinson has started in all the games for Florence Post 1 this season. Leads the team with a .394 batting average coming into the night's game. The 1-1 in there for a ball just missed on the outside corner. Man, good looking pitch there for McKinnon. 2-1 now to Atkinson. Barr has no stolen bases on the season, but has a big lead over there at first. The 2-1 for McKinnon. Swung on and miss. Moonahan throws, and do they get him? They do! Double play. Excuse me. 1 strike on Atkinson. Getting a little too fired up. Nice throw there by Moonahan. Atkinson was swinging, and he made a nice throw to second base to get that second out. So 2 outs, 2 the count. McKinnon shakes off his catcher. Now steps off the rubber. Now steps back on. P-15's trying to get that final out here in the top of the 6th. The 2-2 swung on a hard, high chopper to the shortstop. Pendergrass as he throws across and gets the nice 6-3 out. Boy, Atkinson was flying down first base. P-15's put up a 0 on the scoreboard, and they'll come to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. Trailing Florence post 1, 5-1, looking to get things rolling. We'll be right back. You're listening. Welcome back to P-15 Baseball. I'm Taylor Novinger on the call for your P-15s all season long here on the Jams. We welcome you back to Bobby Richardson Field at historic Raleigh Ballpark. Here in the bottom of the 6th, P-15s trail by 4 runs. They trail 5-1 to Florence post 1. Stepping out of conference play here in American Legion Ball. Raleigh Ballpark, built in 1934. Such a beautiful historic venue here in Sumter, South Carolina. If you have nothing to do this summer, come out, catch a game. Just a beautiful way to cheer on the guys and have a whole family night of baseball. Zy Dennis will lead things off for your P-15s, the big left fielder. Hickman still on the mound for Florence post 1, the big right-hander from PD Academy. The pitch in there for a strike right at the knees of Dennis. Dennis is 2 for 2 with 2 singles, and he did not originally start this game tonight. Gavin Rivers got hurt, and they kind of shifted things, and Zy Dennis found himself in the lineup. The 0-1 in there for a ball. Just missed right at the knees. Dennis had a really good single back in the first. That kind of extended that inning, and eventually the P-15 scored a run. Had a nice single his last at bat in the 3rd. The 1-1 in there for a strike right at the knees. Hickman trying to get out number 1. Hickman's 1-1 on the season with 1 win and 1 loss. The 1-2 to Dennis. Oh, inside. Now low and away. Almost hit him. Hickman comes in with an ERA of 2.10. 19 strikeouts. That's second on the team. And he's done a nice job against this P-15 order. See if Dennis can change that here. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And Dennis goes down swinging for your P-15s. And that's Hickman's 6th strikeout on the night for Florence post 1. At the plate now for your P-15s will be the DH, number 8, Mac McDaniel. McDaniel 0 for 2 in tonight's ball game with a strikeout and a flyout. Trying to change things here in the 6th. Hickman winds. The pitch swung on and hit up high into center field. He's going back, and he is burnt! Matthew McKinnon rounds first. He heads to second with a stand-up double for your P-15s. Boy, that ball was hit deep into center field. That one was almost near the warning track, and center field is really big here at Riley Ballpark. Boy, Matthew McKinnon got a hold of that one. P-15s not going down easy here. With a runner at second, one out here in the bottom of the sixth. Trailing 5-1 to Florence, post one. Carter steps in. He's had a productive day, 1 for 2 at the plate. Hickman winds, delivers, in there for a strike right at the knees. Carter did have an RBI back in the first. Trying to duplicate that here. Hickman looking for out number 2 here. The 0-1 swung on and fouled off there by Carter. Starting to see some action in that Florence post one bullpen down there. A lot of fans in attendance in tonight's game. Love to see it. McDaniel with the big lead over there at second for your P-15s. 0-2 the count here to Carter. Hickman winds, delivers, and got him looking there on a backwards K. That's Hickman's 7th strikeout on the night for Florence post one. So 2 outs, and at the plate now will be the second baseman for your P-15s, number 3, Larry Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 2. Struck out his last time at the plate back in the 4th, and grounded out back in the 2nd inning. Johnson's got a towel behind that right pocket of his. Hickman winds, delivers, swung on a hard hit ball. That'll get through the left side. And McDaniel will hold up at third. He kind of had to wait to let that ball go through. But a nice piece of hitting there from Larry Johnson. So runners on the corners, 2 outs for your P-15s. And they've officially out-hit Florence post one. That's their 6th hit tonight. Only 1 run to show for. See if the P-15s can change that with the catcher, number 6, Cade Moonaghan at the plate now. Moonaghan from East Clarendon High School. Solid 2A program. Righty-righty matchup. Moonaghan's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Johnson with the big lead over there at first. Hickman winds, delivers. Upstairs, good eye there. 85-mile-per-hour heater there. Hickman is not slowing down on the mound for Florence. Hickman winds, the 1-0 to Johnson, swung on and fouled straight back. Count evens at 1 apiece. P-15s have hit the ball well tonight, just right towards people. And unfortunately, P-15s have left a lot of runners on. See if Moonaghan can bring home McDaniel. The 1-1. Johnson steals, and that's a single in the shallow center field. Johnson with flying speed. He heads to third and holds up. Boy, Johnson got the first to third, and a nice RBI single for your P-15s. That's Cade Moonaghan. Our score now, 5-2. Boy, Moonaghan went down and hit a nice one, roped it in the shallow center field. Johnson was already at second base, so he easily made it to third. 2 outs still, and at the plate now is the shortstop, Justin Pendergrass. Pendergrass 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Moonaghan with the big lead over there at first, and Hickman didn't like it as he throws over, not in time. P-15s have plated a run here in the bottom of 6. They're trying to tighten this one up, trailing by 3 runs. Hickman winds the pitch in there for a strike right at the knees, kind of a low strike. See if Pendergrass can extend the inning for your P-15s as they trail 5-2. Hickman throws over to first, not in time. Boy, Moonaghan with the timely single there a moment ago for that nice RBI. Hickman winds in there for a ball and a stolen base for Moonaghan. He kind of tripped over there between first and second on his own feet, but was able to gather himself and make it towards second base. So runners on second and third, 2 outs. 1-1 the count here to Pendergrass. Hickman trying to get that final out here for Florence, post 1. The 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed there by Pendergrass. That ball was a little outside. Pendergrass couldn't hold up on that high heater. 88 miles per hour there from Hickman. P-15 dugout cheering on Pendergrass. The 1-2 pitch from Hickman swung on and fouled off by Pendergrass to the right side. Got a piece of it there. See if he can straighten that one out. Get these 2 runs across. But a single would be very big for your P-15s. Hickman trying to close things out here for Florence. The 1-2 pitch to Pendergrass. And got him looking for a backwards K. That's Hickman's 8th strikeout on the night. But your P-15s, they played a run, and they tightened it up. They trail 5-2 as we head to the top of the 7th. We'll be right back. You're listening to Jams on 92.3 and 93.3 FM. Yeah. I haven't kept up, but they've left runners on. Welcome back to P-15 Baseball. I'm Taylor Novinger on the call for your P-15s all season long here on the Jams, 92.3 and 93.3 FM. We welcome you back here to the top of the 7th here at Riley Park. Your P-15s trail 5-2 to Florence post 1, and they've made a FTC call to the bullpen. FTC, your home internet wireless care provider. Call them today. Help you set up your system today. P-15s bring in Hudson Harris, big number 16. Harris has pitched well for the P-15s this year. Would love to see them make quick work of this tough Florence batting order. Hudson, a 2027 prospect from Lawrence Manning Academy. Rising senior. And that's the 3rd pitcher on the night for your P-15s. So Harris comes in, lefty, and at the plate now will be the 3rd baseman for Florence post 1, Gabe McLaughlin. Harris winds. The pitch, upstairs for a ball. Harris kind of has a slow wind-up. Very kind of old-school look here on the mound. The 1-0 to McLaughlin. In there for a ball. Just missed. P-15 faithful did not like that call. They're letting the umpire hear it. 2-0 the count here to McLaughlin. Harris winds, delivers. Swung on and fouled off there. Gabe McLaughlin. 0 for 2 in tonight's ball game. He drew a walk back in the third. Harris trying to get out number 1 for your P-15s. The 2-1 pitch in there for a strike. Got him looking there. See if Harris can get his first strikeout on the mound. The 2-2 pitch. Down, low and away. Good eye there by McLaughlin. Full count now. Harris puts that left foot back on the rubber. And he's ready to go. Harris winds. The pitch. Swung on and hit up sky high right in front of the P-15 dugout. And Balls comes over and makes the catch. That one was a little further down past the dugout. That one carried a little bit. Balls takes his hat off and was able to make a catch for out number 1. So 1 away here in the 7th. At the plate now will be the shortstop for Florence Post 1, number 3, Avery Weaver. Weaver's 1 for 3, had a single and played a run his last at bat in the 5th. Lefty-righty matchup here. Harris winds, delivers, swung on and fouled straight back there from Weaver. P-15s do play Florence Post 1 at their place on Friday evening. Harris trying to get that second out. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch there from Harris. That curveball just bottomed out right at the strike zone. 66 miles per hour. Very slow, but very beautiful. The 0-2 to Weaver. Down low and away. Good eye there from Weaver. That's that curveball again from Harris. Tried to get Weaver to chase. See if Harris throws that curve again. The 1-2. Down low and away. Harris threw the heater there. 1-2 the count now. Weaver, infielder, junior from West Florence at the plate here. The 2-2, swung on and missed. Harris gets a strikeout for your P-15s. For out number 2. Good looking stuff there from Harris. So 2 away here in the 7th. And at the plate now will be the catcher, number 21, Newt Henson. Henson's had a productive night. It's 1 for 3, but had a nice RBI sac fly back in the 3rd. Had that big double in the 2nd. Struck out his last time in the 5th. Lefty-righty matchup. Harris winds, delivers, and he spiked it towards the plate there for ball 1. P-15s trying to make quick work of Florence Post 1 so they can get back to the bats as they trail 5-2 here in the top of the 7th. The 1-0 from Harris upstairs. 2-0 now. Here to Henson. Henson, a solid player for Florence Post 1. Comes in batting .269 on the season. The 2-0. Upstairs for a ball. 3-0 the count now. Harris is struggling to find the strike zone at the moment for your P-15s. Harris winds. The 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Right down Broadway. Good looking pitch there. See if Harris can come back here. Down 3-1 in the count. The pitch to Henson. Swung on a hard hit ball to the shortstop, Pendergrass. He stops it. He throws across the diamond for the nice 6-3 out. Boy, Justin Pendergrass stopped a missile and made a nice throw for your P-15s. As we played 6.5 innings, we head to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for your P-15s as they trail Florence post 1, 5-2. See if we can get the bats rolling. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Jams on 92.3 and 93.3 FM. Mm-hmm. They're sending him back out there. The pitcher, Hickman. Yeah. I told you they're going to try to stretch him out. Now, he's done well. I mean, he's had traffic, but done nicely. He's got, 7 strikeouts? Or 8? Welcome back to P-15 Baseball. I'm Taylor Novinger on the call for your P-15s. All season long here on the Jams. We welcome you back here to Bobby Richardson Field at historic Raleigh Ballpark. P-15s trail 5-2 here in the bottom of the 7th as they'll come to the plate trying to get things rolling. Down 3 runs. We've seen the P-15s come back from many as 3 runs before and end up winning the game. We've had a couple walk-offs this season, couple of really good coming from behind victories for your P-15s. Leading things off for them will be the center fielder, the 9-hole hitter, number 9, Bodie Bowden. So Bodie Bowden will come to the plate, still on the mound for Florence post 1 is Tristan Hickman, trying to pitch a complete game here. He has 8 strikeouts entering the bottom of the 7th. Bowden steps in. Righty-righty matchup. The pitch from Hickman. Outside. Good eye from Bowden. Bowden 0 for 2 in tonight's ball game. He's played really well out there in center field. The 1-0. In there for a strike. One the count here to Bowden. The 1-1 swung on, and that'll be a single up the middle by Bodie Bowden. That went right off the glove of the shortstop, Weaver, and he's frustrated. You like to see it. The P-15s have life here in the bottom of the 7th. And that brings up top of the order, the first baseman, number 5, B.J. Balls to the plate. Boy, that's how you come out of the gate hitting right there. Bodie Bowden, the 9-hole hitter, just reaching down there with a nice single straight up the middle. Balls comes to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. Hickman winds, delivers, upstairs for a ball. Good eye from BJ. Balls is 1 for 3 in tonight's game. Had a nice single, his last at bat in the 5th. Bowden with the big lead over there at first. The 1-0 pitch. Just missed the strike zone. 2-0. Florence post 1 faithful did not like that call, as they made the drive from Florence, not too far away. Hickman winds the 2-0 to Balls. Outside and a strike. Boy, that was way out there in that right-handed batter's box. We've seen some outside strikes all night, but that one looked a little low and away. 2-1 the count here to Balls. Bowden goes. Ball swung on, hit up sky high near the scoreboard out in the left field, and the left fielder catches it for out number 1, and Bowden retreats back to first base. So 1 out at the plate now for your P-15s will be the left fielder, number 11, Corey Bailey. Bailey 1 for 2 in tonight's ball game. Had a nice single back in the first inning. Had a pop-up his last at-bat in the fifth and was hit by a pitch in the third. Bowden with a huge lead at first. Hickman winds, delivers. Down low and away for a ball. 86-mile-per-hour heater there. Hickman trying to do a complete game for Florence post 1. The 1-0. Bowden goes, and he is safe at second base. A stolen bag by Bodie Bowden. It was a close play. It was a good job there by the catcher Henson. And not a bad tag from Atkinson. Bowden just beat it out with some good speed. So runner on second, 1 out. 1-0 the count here to Bailey. Hickman glances over towards second. The pitch swung on and fouled straight back by Bailey. Whew, 87 miles per hour. Starting to feel the heat off that baseball all the way from here. Hickman has pitched a lot in this game for Florence post 1, but not showing any signs of slowing down. The 2-1 to Bailey. Swung on and fouled straight back again. Boy, you love to see the grit and fight from Corey Bailey. Sumter High School product, 2025 grad. Not an easy out for any opponent. Hickman taking his time now on the mound. Now winds the 2-2 pitch. Outside for a strike. And Bailey did not like that call. As Hickman gets his 9th strikeout on the night for Florence post 1. So 2 outs, runner on second. P-15's down to their last out, trailing 5-2. And at the plate now will be the left fielder, Zy Dennis. Dennis 2 for 3 in tonight's ball game with 2 singles and a strikeout his last at bat. Hickman winds, delivers. Oh, way upstairs there. Good eye there from Dennis. Dennis originally was on the bench tonight, but Rivers went out injured, and they shuffled things around, and they put Dennis out in left, and he's given the P-15s 2 hits. Hickman glances over at the runner at second. Now steps off the rubber. Bowden retreats back to second base. Dennis gets some practice swings. Now steps back in the right-handed batter's box. Lawrence Manning Academy product, the Swamp Cat. See if he can swamp his way out of this one, as swung on and missed there by Dennis. 1-1 the count. On deck for your P-15s is Mac McDaniel. Had that huge double back in the 6th. P-15s were unable to scratch any runs there. The 1-1 to Dennis. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Hickman trying to close things out here for Florence post 1. In the bottom of the 7th. Zy Dennis with a few practice swings. Now steps back in the right-handed batter's box. Love to see him find a gap here. Hickman winds, delivers. Inside, good eye there from Dennis. Count evens at 2 apiece. Dennis is such a speedy guy, too. You love it when you can get him on the base pass. Wouldn't say he's as fast as B.J. Balls, but definitely has some speed for your P-15s. 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Hickman winds, delivers, outside for a ball. Full count now here to Zy Dennis. P-15's not going away right now. A walk would be big. It's arguably one of the better hitters on the roster, Mac McDaniel, is on deck. Full count here to Dennis. Hickman glances over at the runner at second, and that's Bowden. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him chasing that high heater to end the inning. P-15s. They lose 5-2 to Florence Post 1 here at home. And the P-15s, they fall to 7-4 overall. Meanwhile, Florence Post 1 will get to 9-3 overall. And the P-15s will be back home here on Thursday night as they play Richland Post 215. P-15s will also have an away game Friday at Florence to try to bounce back. Final score, P-15s 2, Florence 5. Florence with 5 runs off of 5 hits, 0 errors. P-15s with 2 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors. P-15s fought hard, but fall 5-2. I'm Taylor Nomager, and it's been a joy bringing you tonight's broadcast. We'll get you back to that jams and hip-hop. You're listening to the Jams on 92.